Hello, my beautiful people. I don't usually do this, but this is a solo for me. A few things I actually want to talk about. So, as usual, I'm John Thompson. I am the action and animation expert. You guys will see the actual episode, whatever it's uploaded or you get to listen to. So, got a few things I want to talk about. So starting off with trailers that we didn't get a chance to get into because I have my thoughts on it. Starting off with Harold and the Purple Crayon. The movie comes out August 2nd. It stars Zachary Levi and it's based on a children's book of the same name. I have seen the trailer and I know it's not going to get a lot of Oscar buzz, and I know that a lot of people are not going to go see this movie. But I'm excited for it. I thought the trailer would look really, really good. August is going to be a pretty deep month for movies that are coming out. Of course, we talked about the upcoming movie Alien Romulus, which comes out August 16th. Another movie I'm looking forward to is The Forge. Is the sequel to one of my favorite Alex Kender movies, but I'll talk about more in the upcoming future. So August is definitely a lot of things to get excited for. Next trailer I want to talk about is Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. That comes out April 19th. Now look, I know that a lot of people don't care about the original Rebel Moon, the PG-13 cut, which I clearly understand that people have issues. The fact that this movie is going to be PG-13, I totally understand that, and people are waiting for the director's cut. Totally get that. I love the film for what it was. I mean, it's Zack Snyder's version of Star Wars. I'm on board with it. I personally love the idea, and I enjoyed the film for what it was, and I did give it the film 4.5 out of 5 stars. But I agree with the biggest criticism of the film. The hunters, that they actually asked the hunters to help us out. No backstory for them. I absolutely hate that. And also the fact that it's PG-13, which I don't know why Netflix keeps doing this. Or WB, for that matter. WB did exactly the same thing. They released a PG-13 cut and then released the director's cut like months or years later. I don't like that. I personally think it's dumb. It's stupid. But the one thing that I will definitely say, though, is I'm going to watch this movie no matter what. But I clearly understand how people have issues with the fact that we are getting ourselves another of those dumb PG-13 cuts, wait till the director's cut thing or whatever. But I'm going to watch it. I'm looking forward to watching it, even though it's probably going to be some missing scenes, just like the original Rebel Moon. But we'll see how it goes from there. So, yeah. Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver, comes out April 19th, the PG-13 cut, which is still looking forward to it, even though I do agree the director's cut could be much better. Now, I do want to get to one more thing, and this one's really been bugging me and bothering me. So, I need to get this out of the way and tell you guys that this one really has been ticking me off ever since this whole success of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I need to get to this now, because if I don't talk about this now and I don't get this over with, it's going to take a while for me to get this over with until I talk about this now. So for those of you who are living under a rock, you guys heard this campaign that they turned Winnie the Pooh public domain into a slasher film, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which came out last year with a budget of $100,000 and made at least almost $6 million for this film that actually came out. There was this little bit of feud between Jagged Edge Productions, which I'm not going to call them Butthole Productions, because that's what they are. They had a bit of a feud with Cody Leach, who reviewed the film, but they actually have since made up. They actually did talk over on Zoom chat, and they actually did talk about a bit of the feud and also how it was not their intention to make Cody Leach mad and anything like that. So they were just saying they were having a bad day and all that stuff, which I'm glad that they made up. So, okay, I'll give them that they actually made up. But here's my biggest issue I have with this stupid production company. Number one, this movie was accidental. It should have never been in public domain to begin with. Second of all, the second one is going to come out this month, and it's going to be over at Fathom Events, which means that it'll likely charge between $10, $15, $20 or something like that. And the worst part is, it also is going to come out at Studio 10 Cinemas, my movie cinemas that I go to. And the sequel to Blood and Honey, that film is going to be coming out shamefully very soon, coming to you just around the corner, whatever this film. Yeah, it comes out Thursday, March 28th, which means, guys, if you're from the Shelbyville area, you can go see this movie at 7 p.m. so you can see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 for yourselves. Which, guys, if I could be honest with you guys, here's why this absolutely makes me mad. First of all, I hate the fact that the first movie even existed to begin with. And as you guys know by now, I already said the deal was off. So, no, I'm not watching the first one. So, no, screw the deal. I'm not doing it. Second of all, I hate the fact that they're doing movies based on Disney property that's turning into a horror character, which it really does make me sick. Because the problem I have with movies right now is they're turning any childhood character that's very much innocent into killing innocent people, which I personally think is horrible. That's the second thing I can definitely say. And here's the third thing too. This production company is by far the worst production company in the history of films, because not only is the second one even coming out, but for some freaking reason, they already announced a third movie before the second one even comes out this week. Which I just... Dude, I just... Guys, I don't understand what Butthole Productions is doing. I just don't understand. I mean, all I can tell you is that you're already gonna ruin childhood already with the first one. You're gonna ruin it again with the second one. You already announced you're doing a live-action horror Bambi film, a live-action Peter Pan film, a live-action Pinocchio film, which nobody wants except people with a brain. And the fact that a third film was already announced is insulting. But what made me mad even more is I read this on Facebook that they're announcing a MonsterVerse that features all these horror characters, which Jagged Edge Productions, Butthole Productions, what the fudge are you doing? You're not the MCU. Why are you doing this to yourself? Like, if you guys are going to keep making movies like these, they're not going to respect you as a film company if you keep making stupid decisions by turning these Disney characters into slasher characters. Like, I'm sorry, that's just dumb. That's stupid. Why? It's absolutely, it's just so freaking dumb. And the fact that they're starting this whole, I guess you call it the POOHNIVERSE or whatever you like to call it, it's just absolutely, it's just insulting. So we can't get a sequel to Man of Steel. We can't get a sequel to any MCU property that deserves to get a sequel, but this is the sequel that people actually would say, oh, this is worthy of getting a sequel. Let's turn Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey into its own universe. Just why? Why? Like, seriously, like, what are we doing? Like, how in the world could you call yourselves human when you're actually making something that clearly nobody wants except people that are just absolutely curious? Like, look, I'm all about watching bad movies that entertains me. Like, I've seen some bad films that makes me laugh and that I still love. I'll watch Batman and Robin a lot more times. I'll even watch Moonfall a lot more times. But for anybody that says that you rather watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, people, I'm sorry, but you're sick. I personally think that you guys are out of your mind. I really do think that you clearly haven't seen any good movies, or you're just doing this just for hate watching. It's like the Velma thing, because a lot of you know by now, Matthew is a huge Scooby-Doo fan, and he hated the fact that Velma even existed. I'm the same thing with Winnie the Pooh. I'm a huge Pooh Bear fan. As an adult, I still love that character. And you're turning him into a horror character is an insult. I mean, I wish I could just give the middle finger to the camera, but I can't do that because I don't want to insult my own profanity or anything like that. But yeah, it just makes me mad. I hate the fact that they're even doing that. And honestly, I hate to say this, people, but I hope this film company, I hope it goes bankrupt. I hope that it loses money. I hope this POOHNIVERSE doesn't happen. I hope in the next 5 years that this movie company does not make any money. Which I'm sorry to be rude, but I'm saying this at the truth. As a Disney fan, it just makes me mad that they're trying to set up this whole universe. That they already announced a third movie, which I personally I'm just so infuriated right now that they're actually are doing that. So if I had to give you my conclusion, guys, on this stupid production company, people, listen to me, okay? Listen to my advice on camera or whoever's listening to this podcast. Guys, listen to me. You people, the only reason why you went to go see Blood and Honey is because for your own curiosity. Please do not go see this sequel. Please. It does not earn its money. It does not deserve your time. You don't deserve to go see a film where you know you're going to hate yourself. And believe me, I did this to myself when I watched a certain film that was back in 2015, which I will not name because we're trying to be a quality podcast. I did this to myself, and I was doing this and see if it actually really was that bad. Yeah, it was that bad. I almost did this for Blood and Honey. I was almost going to take the deal, but I decided to back off because this production company is absolutely stupid. And as Garrett said, they should have just took their win and not complain. And now you want to apologize, which I'm glad you apologize, but your apology, you're making the sequel anyway, and you're making this whole POOHNIVERSE, which is stupid. So all I'm trying to say, people, is if you're ever going to have good advice on watching good movies, just don't go see them. Just don't go see Winnie the Pooh on Honey 2. Please take my advice. Please. I'm begging you. So there you go. That's my news. That's my part things I did want to say. Don't forget to click on subscribe and to check out more great content. Anything on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and everything in between. I'll see you all for the actual episodes. So God bless. See ya.